Hello everybody, it's the 14th of September 2015, it's Dan here from Essex, United Kingdom. Now we're coming up to a grape season here in the UK and some varieties are starting to show some signs of readiness already. But I thought it'd be a nice time to do a little mini series on grapes. Now what I intend to do is to pass on what I do know about growing grapes here in the UK. I'm definitely not an expert, but I do have several vines and I have had some quite good success. So we'll start here with this vine. Now I don't know the name of this variety. A relative put this vine in a few years ago, but it's certainly done quite well. And these grapes, these are a seeded variety and they're very sweet. Now they would make a nice drop of wine, I reckon, but I'm not a wine drinker, it's certainly not my thing. But one year, out of curiosity, I might just have a go. But these are perfectly edible now. So certainly, see if I can get another one off. Perfectly edible. They're not big grapes, but they are nice and sweet. Now, this vine is along a south-facing fence. Now, of course, if you're growing grapevines, you want them to be in the warmest and sunniest place possible, and a south-facing wall or fence is ideal for this. Of course, a polytunnel or a greenhouse would suffice as well. Now, in the UK, as many of you will know, we do get a winter here, and grapes do survive winters here in the UK. Certainly the varieties that I have do, and the vines require a period of dormancy, and this is brought on by the colder weather. So you can see down here, a lot of grapevines nowadays are grafted, although you can take cuttings, and we'll move on to that shortly. Now, so it's trained up against here, and what I try to do is, as the bunches form, I try to expose them to the sunlight, because of course you want the sun to hit the grapes as much as possible in order to increase the sugar content, therefore for nicer and sweeter grapes. So you want to try to train it in such a way like this, so that there's a lot of space in between the tendrils, I suppose you could call them, couldn't you? One here and one here. So keep them nicely spaced, and where the bunches start to form, cut the leaves off and expose them so that the sun can get to them. Now grapevines can be rather spreading, as you can see from here, so this vine has taken over 2 fence panels, which is quite alright with me, and it will, if we let it, it would probably take over a third, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to prune it and confine it to 2 fence panels, and hopefully next year, this panel here will have some more grapes on it. Actually have some grapes on it, because there's no grapes on this panel. For some reason they have came here. Okay, so that's the first vine. Now this is another grapevine I have, and this is variety Lakemont Seedless. It's not the best vine that I have, but I will be showcasing it today. Now Lakemont Seedless is meant to be the best grape variety to grow outside in the UK. Now it's an American variety. These are perfectly edible now, but another week or two would do them a lot of good, make them sweeter, and these taste very much honey-like when they are ready. And you can see here the rootstock. Now I believe this vine is around 4 years old, and you can see the vine certainly has spreaded. Now this is a grafted variety, a little bunch down there, and certainly if you live in a cooler part of the UK, this may be a variety that you may wish to try. Lakemont Seedless. if you're growing a variety outside, Lakemont Seedless is a good one to grow, because white grapes or green grapes, whatever you want to call them, tend to do better outside in the UK climate if the weather is not ideal. And as you can see, now it's very much so a decent crop on this vine. So the vine stretches all the way from there, all along here, all the way around here, and it continues up to here. So it has some very nice bunches of grapes on it. Now, tomorrow what I intend to do is to snip off some more of these so that the sun can finish off ripening these over the next few weeks. Now, it would be ideal to have done this earlier in the season, but of course, with everything else going on, I didn't have time. But in an ideal world, you would remove this foliage so that the sun can reach the grapes. Okay, now this leads me to another grape variety. Now, once again, I never put this vine in, a relative did, and not 100% sure what variety it is, but they certainly are nice grapes. You can see they're not ready yet, but they have a very winey taste to them. Now, these are seeded, and what I intend to do is, when these leaves fall off this vine in the winter, I intend to tie these all up and create a very nice vineyard down here. The potential is certainly there, and even though this could be managed better, it still produces a good crop, and the potential is there. Now, you can see here, this is a cutting from a Lakemont seedless grapevine that I took at the earlier part of this year. So you can see, I believe I took it in February, March time. It's now September, and you can see the growth already. So you can see just how vigorous grapevines can be, and these aren't even on grafted rootstocks. This is purely on a cutting. So if you have one grapevine, you can generally very easily propagate from it, and they do root rather readily. I mean, I reckon I had about 80% success rate, so it's definitely worth doing. And another good thing about grapes is they tend to thrive in poor soils. They don't like too much fuss, and the roots go down very far. They can go down a few metres, I believe, in mature vines. So, of course, this is going to be up against this fence with the trellis. Okay, now here, this is variety Muscat Bleu. Okay, I took these cuttings once again from one of my other grapevines, and you can see, especially this one, the cutting ended here, all this growth it's put up just this year. Now, obviously I can't take these out at the moment. I'm going to wait till they are dormant, and then, because the roots will all be entangled up in the pots here, because I didn't have any smaller pots at the time, so I should have a good 9 or 10 vines here of Muscat Bleu, which is believed to be one of the best black grapes for growing outside in the UK. And here, you may remember I uploaded a video a month or so ago about growing grapes in pots. Well, here they are, still in my large tubs, looking very healthy. This is Muscat Bleu, as is this one. They're putting out some nice strong growth, I'm happy with. And this one here is a cutting from last year in this pot. Now, this is Lakemont Seedless, and it's only a small pot, but you can see, if I show you, this goes all the way up to here. So We'll go down. All of that, look, in a pot. So if you don't have much space, of course, growing grapes in a pot is a possibility. Okay, well, I hope you've enjoyed that video. I'm going to be uploading a few more videos on grapes because I do have a monster vine. It's not actually here, it's at another premises, but I'm particularly proud of that vine, and that's the one I've stated before has around 200 bunches on it, so I will be showcasing that in a few weeks or days. So any questions on grapes or anything, or any advice you can give me, feel free to ask. Take care and we'll speak soon.